Wastelanders, Gary here. So, I hope you guys are not bored. If you're bored, go over to some other channel. Anyway, this is episode 6 of the Keeper series, and I bring you my Hogue RSK MK1-G2. And by the way, if you want to know what RSK stands for, I was watching Knife Rights, and many of the shows he explained what the meaning of RSK means. It's called Ritter Survival Knife. So this is the Hogue Ritter Survival Knife MK1-G2. I don't know if it's Generation 2 or Generation 1, but go figure. It's the knife that has the longest name. So this is was designed by Doug Ritter. It's but created by Hogue. It's a 20 CV, and I believe these are released in Magna Cut now. But unless I can get a purple version of the Magna Cut, I'll just stay with the 20 CV, because the purple scales, purple Damascus, was what sold me in the first place. Made in the USA, and I did a screw swap or hardware swap with the pocket clip and the screws. I couldn't get the crossbar lock in black, but I wanted, they originally came in satin screws and pocket clip, and I still have that, but I changed it to black. I like the black. I like the black because it kind of blends in. It doesn't stand out. I don't know. I just like the black. I'm not into fancy knives, fancy Moka2 or Moka or whatever the shit that people put on their knives or nowadays. I could care less. I just want nice scales and a nice blade shape and a complementary clip. That probably, I want the clip to fade into the background but look good if you notice it. So as I was saying, it's in purple Damascus. It's kind of a layered G10 that's then sculpted, and basically Hogue calls it a Damascus. And initially this texturing is quite grippy, but after you carry it about a month, you notice it's not as grippy as it once was, because I imagine that it tears the skin off your fingers and works the skin into the scales. You can't see that, but if you would look through a microscope, I would say you would see skin and particles in there, because it's quite grippy and quite rough initially. So this features a stonewash blade, and I don't know if you can get it any other color. Maybe I think you could get a coated blade, but don't quote me on that. But this is a stonewash blade, and this lock is called the Able lock by Hogue. It's based on the Benchmade Access lock, but it's called the Able lock, and it's primarily, you can like flip it out, open it like this. It's primarily a thumb stud flipper. For me, I like the thumb stud flipper. And then I close it with the Able lock. And again, this is Doug Ritter was the designer. He's also the person and creator and owner of Knife Rights, the guy that fights for your knife rights in every state. It's made by Hogue. It's of course made in the USA, and it's definitely a keeper for me. I used to own the smaller RSK. I think it's, the mini, yeah. It's the RSK MK1-G2 mini, and I don't have it because I later sold it. But trust me, let's see if I have something to compare it with. Nah, that's not a good knife. Let me see. No, that's not a good knife. It's somewhere. Let's see. It's about a little bit longer in the handle than this knife, but this is how it compares to the RSK Mini. Maybe just a little bit bigger. I much prefer the full size version. There's a lot of more to grip onto. I like the Mini, but I only bought the Mini in purple Damascus because I couldn't get the full size in purple Damascus. But when this came out, I sold that right away. I'm not like, I don't, purple is not my most favorite color, but I just dig this purple scales. I really dig. I had to have it. So I'm not big into black knives. I like knives that have a little bit of color to them, but a natural color. I can't explain it. I don't get into these fancy add-ons that people do with a Mocha 2 or Mocha Tau. I forget the pronunciation, but it's kind of like a tie-dyed titanium. That shit's ugly to me. Anyway, let's give you a good look at this, and maybe I'll create the next episode in the Keeper series. Let me know if you guys want to see all the Keeper series, or you want to me to like maybe combine some of the videos into a short 5-minute video, maybe 3 knives at a time, maybe instead of 1 at a time. Let me know in the feedback. Take care, Wastelanders.